Okay, guys, a very good evening to all of you. Today is the last day of this boot camp based on Looker Studio. So I hope, guys, till now you have enjoyed the session. You have learned a lot, like on Looker Studio. As I mentioned earlier, Looker Studio is just the another tool like Power BI, and even more powerful than like another like a tools for like a analysis and to get to draw the insights from any kind of a data set. Now, guys, since it's the last day, last like a session, so today we are going to let's try to build like end to end like a dashboard. Already, guys, I have given you like a few like a dashboards, like how we can prepare it, what kind of a dashboard we can prepare. So we already discussed on the top of it, like I can also call it as a dashboard, but yeah, definitely the things are not arranged over here, the charts are not arranged like over here in a proper like structure or in a proper like a way. So guys, what we can do, we can try to we can try to manage like all these things, and we can try to add more values to our report like in today's session. So maybe, guys, today's session will be a bit like a bit small, but definitely we are going to learn that how to like produce end to end like a dashboard, how make it like even more interactive, and how to add like more value to in your report. Okay, like if because, guys, let's say if you're selling like any products, so it might be a possibility that by selling some products you're getting profit, but at the same time it is possible that by selling some products you are in the loss. Okay, so if I want to see like which product is actually giving me a profit, and which product because of which product we are in a loss, so if I want to observe all these things, so yes, we can observe it by putting like some condition on our like a chart. Okay, so let's see that how we can put those conditions in today's session. Okay, so let me create a new like a report, guys, from here. So we all know that how we can actually create a new report. So let me first close this, and let me close like few more things, because guys, that if there are a lot of tabs open, so it starts giving me a problem. Okay, so let's open the Google like Looker Studio from here, and you can see, guys, that this is a blank report. So we can try to create our report like over here by clicking on it. Simple. And we can try to connect with like any of my data source. So I think we have this data source over here, sheet 1. I can try to add this in my like a report. Definitely, guys, if your sheet is like bit larger in size, so it takes some time sometimes. Okay, now you can see that we got this particular like a report page. Now, guys, we'll do like everything from the start. So first, guys, let's do one thing. Okay, so every time we got like maybe some like a size issue, so we can try to increase the width like from here. So maybe I can try to increase the width up to the maybe. Okay, so we can take this value to okay, so let me increase it in this. So height is fine, guys, because we are not able to scroll like more, so height is maybe fine, but we can try to increase the width up to maybe 1300 or maybe 1500, so that there will be more space, and we'll get more space, guys, into our dashboard. And whenever, guys, you decided to like create a dashboard, or whenever you decided to create like a report, so now I'm going to tell you that like a few things you can actually do in like on a priority, or before I start before start taking a charts, you can actually do like a few things. Okay, so that's the reason I'm actually increasing the width over here. Now let since, guys, like every time we got some problem. Okay, so whenever we try to create like we try to like put the charts, So we are getting an issue, like a kind of an issue we are getting, like sometimes like the space is not there and we need to do some adjustment. So what you can do to avoid that kind of like a problem or that kind of an issue, you can actually try to like manage your chart in a much better way. So you can try to maybe take some fixed like a length, you can try to take some fixed size for each and every chart. Okay, so what we can do in this particular regard. Okay, so before that guys, let me take some like a theme as well, so that like we don't need to do it maybe again and again. So let me take some wait. So I think this particular like a theme is fine, I can go with this theme. This looks good. Okay, and then I can try to customize it. I can try to take some like a color from here. So the background color is right now we have nothing over here, so I can take some background color maybe to mix with like a purple, and take some like a light color from here. I think this is fine, and this may be the color of my background. Looks good. And right now there is no style I have added, so I think this is completely fine. And yeah, okay, so this is how it should looks like. You can see like after taking this like a purple color, this is how it should look like. Okay, so maybe it is taking some time to give me that color. Okay, now after this guys, you can actually try to take a text. Now you can see that you got that color. I think I don't want this like a kind of a purple. I want a little bit of like a lightning over here. So let me go like over here again and take some like a color mix up with the. Okay, so let me take on to this tone. I think still we didn't get our desired like a color. Okay, now it is fine maybe. Okay, now what I can do, I can try to take this like text box guys. Okay, and what you can do, you can try to take this text box over here, the very first like a text box. Now in this text box guys, I can try to put my put the title of my dashboard. Okay, so whatever the title I want to give, like what kind of on what data set I'm going to build it, so that title I can try to give over here. Now what we can do guys, you know that you can simply try to make a roundup of this of this particular like a box. And after this, once you make it, okay, once you do whatever the changes you want to do, once you make that changes, you can try to copy it. Okay, and you can try to paste it like for multiple locations. Okay, so you may observe that you have like more charts over here. Okay, so okay, yeah, it is taking again start giving me an error. Okay, let me remove some tabs from here so that should work fine. Okay, still this is taking a time. Okay, let me exit the page, refresh it. Okay, these things can happen, guys, at any point of a time. We don't want to worry about it. Guys, you can see that one more like a box is there, which we have created. Now what I will do, guys, I will simply take this box. I will simply make I will simply take this box and I will try to resize it. Okay, so that this box can be utilized for like other purposes as well. Okay, so yeah, this is like in this place, guys. Now in this location, I want to fit another chart. Okay, so I can try to take this box over here, and I want to fit like maybe more chart definitely on this particular report page, because one chart will is not enough to get the entire report. Okay, so take another. Okay, one second. Let's write something so that we can understand that how this should looks like. So take a white color and increase the pixel value. Let's say 32 pixel, and let me write something over here. Okay, it should be complete white color so that it should be visible. Change this font style and take the size. Okay, now I can give some like give some heading over here, like uh, analysis, or I can write in this way: final analysis dashboard. Okay, now this is good. Do one thing, guys, because I think that even these things are making an issue. Okay, so do one thing. Okay, just remove all these like charts from here. We can do actually one thing. Just change this theme because it is actually giving more problem instead of like a solution. So what we can try to do actually, we can go into the theme and layout. We can try to customize it, and we can take this simple like a white background, and we can actually take like any default like a thing from here. Any particular thing from here I can take. Okay, so maybe this blue one, or this kind of a thing we can try to take from here. Let's see how this looks like. Or maybe this one. No, this is again. Yeah, this one is fine, guys. Okay, so don't make a lot of mixed up. Okay, simply take this chart over here now. Okay, and let's start from here. Now inside this, just try to resize it. Okay, inside this, decrease the size so that everything can be can be written over here. Take this like a size. This one is fine. Bold. Make it Vadana. And now we can write over here. Final analysis report. Okay, this particular color is not visible, so what we can do, we can take this color as blue. I think now this is visible. If I take this color as blue, so now guys, the size is also fine. Just increase a little bit, and you can try to simply like now you can leave it as it is. Now guys, the next thing is because we have to do a lot of adjustment over here. Okay. Now guys, on this side, on the right hand side, what we can do, we can try to add multiple filters, just like we have done in the last the first session. We can try to add multiple filters over here. And apart from that, guys, now we can try to resize it, because it is actually taking only this much of space. So we can try to resize it. This is my this is the final one. Now after this, guys, we can try to include maybe a multiple charts. Okay. So what kind of a charts we can try, we can start including over here, so that the space will be there and everything can be like a same. So we can first try to add we can try to first take a simple bar chart. Okay. From here, so you can see like multiple bar charts are there, like column chart, stack column chart, 100%. So this is a bar chart. You can take this bar chart over here, and you can try to take the size. You can try to take the size of this bar chart, maybe till this place. Now this is fine, because along with this, you can try to add multiple things. Okay. So you can try to take it little below. And now, guys, we don't want order date over here. What we can do, we can try to do some different analysis this time. We can take this like a product. Okay. So you can see there are different products over here. So on this dimension, you can take the product name. Okay. And then you will observe like a different product names over here. Okay. So you can see like a different product names over here. But and on the metric, guys, you can take like the order ID. Okay, so you can try to take the order ID, and you can remove this record count. And this product name is again not making any sense. Let's take a subcategory over here. Now this is much better, guys. So now you can see that now, guys, let's see that how this order ID is getting. Okay, so we need to take account of this. So now, guys, actually you can observe that like for which particular subcategory we are getting maximum order. Okay. So you can see that like a binder, people are actually like mostly people are actually making order for binders. Okay. Similarly, guys, as we go ahead, you can see that the second like most order product is like a paper. The third most order product is furnishing. The fourth most order product is phones, and so on. Now, guys, this time we are not trying to check the sales. This time we're trying to check like the orders over here. Now, guys, definitely we don't want this order ID thing over here. So if you want, you can change this name like from here. So instead of order ID, you can also write number of orders. Okay. So definitely maximum number of orders people are making for a binders, and so on. And what other things you can do? Definitely, guys, anyone cannot simply understand this chart just by looking at it. So you can try to give like a heading. You can try to give like a kind of a title to this particular chart. That in this chart we are actually talking about the total number like orders by like a different categories. Okay, like which categories is ordered for a maximum number of times. One more thing, guys, we can try to do we can try to do one more thing. Now, guys, along with this order number of orders, if you want to check maybe one more thing, you can try if you want to check multiple things. Now this is what we can call as a, guys, bivariate analysis. Okay, so if I want to observe multiple things in the same chart, so yes, you can do that. Now you can see that, guys, in your like a dimension section, you have like a subcategory, and along with that you have this like a breakdown dimension. So if you want to observe, if you want to take one more like a dimension over here along with the subcategory, if you want to take one more dimension over here, so you can do that. And apart from that, guys, if you let's say along with order ID, along with the count of order ID, if you count, let's say, something else, okay, along with this, if you want to count something else, okay, so you can do that as well. Okay, so let's say if you want to add the cells over here, so yes, you can maybe do that. So now we are taking the sum of cell also. So you can see that you can see, guys, there are two charts over here. Okay, so this chart is actually giving me the number of like total count of orders, and the second chart is giving me the cells we are getting from from this binders. Okay, so definitely this chart is not visible because in comparison to this number is very low. So maybe what you can do, you can also instead of order ID, you can take that like a profit over here, or instead of sales, guys, you can take like a profit, because the profit value is also maybe low. You can take the profit over here. Now you can see, guys, now both the charts are visible over here. Okay, so this green chart is actually telling it actually gives me the profit value, and this this chart means this brown one is actually telling me the like a number of orders. Okay, so the number of orders is 1500. So by on getting 1500s, on selling 1500 like a binders, the profit which we are making is around 30,221. Okay, now guys, you can see, you can clearly watch that although the number of orders for like a phones is actually low, but the total the total profit which we are getting from like selling the phones is actually 44,000, which is greater than like a binders. From this, guys, we can observe because definitely the price of phones are actually greater, is actually higher in comparison to binders. So that's the reason that even by selling less number of phones, we are getting more profit in comparison to binders, which can actually help, guys, this particular which can actually help like a client to make this particular decision for a future, that in a future they can try to sell more like a phones, they can try to do more advertisement on the phones. Okay, now guys, if you want, you can also try to change the styling over here, because let's say if these colors are not doesn't looks like more good, so you can try to change the styling over here. So you can try to use a stack bar chart which actually can combine it, and you can change the styling. Okay, so maybe I can take this like a light blue color, and I can take this as a dark blue color. Okay, so that there should be not more difference. Now it is much good. Okay, so you can see, guys, that by selling like a small number of like phones, we are getting more like a profit over here. And right now, guys, since we actually do this sorting with like order ID, if you want to change that, if you want to sort it maybe with maybe instead of order ID, if I want to sort it maybe with the profit, so we can try to sort it with the profit. Okay, so definitely the maximum profit actually, guys, we are getting from the copiers, and the order the number of copiers which we have sold is actually too low. Okay, it is even not visible over here, but still we are getting like a good profit by selling the number some number of products. Okay, so fine, guys, and definitely this name is not good over here. So if you want, you can actually change its like a name. So this should be like number of orders. Now this is much better. So now this is number of orders. Okay. So fine, we can again it automatically sorted with respect to like the orders. But yeah, anytime if I want to change, I can try to change it. Okay. So fine, guys. Instead of taking like a order over here, we can try to go ahead only with the profit. It looks more better. Okay. So just take a profit and sort it with respect to the profit. Change the style over here. So by now the color is this. Just change the color. Okay, and then sort this by like a profit. Okay, so we can try to sort it by profit. This is fine, guys. Now we can easily observe that maximum profit is actually coming from the copiers, then phones, then accessories, and then so on. And still I'm not happy with the color, so I can try to make it. Okay, if I want to show the labels over here, so yes, we can check the labels also. Okay, so you can see the labels are visible over here, and you can do what kind of task you want to do, guys. Okay, so if you don't want that grid in the in behind, so you can try to ignore that grid. Okay, this is not uh, I'm talking about like this one. So I want to make a transparent, so yes, you can make a transparent. Okay, So fine guys, now this looks good, and I can now give the title to this particular like a chart. So the title is very simple. So the title is nothing but uh, profit by subcategory. Now we can try to bring it in the middle. Okay, we can try to increase the size. First is the color, uh, or make a like a dark white, and then change the make it bold. So this is actually not visible. So let's take this and make it 28%. Yeah, now it is fine. Now guys, one more thing that as I told you that like along with this, along with this like a chart, if I want to if I want to add more value along with this chart, okay, along with the same chart, if I want to add like a little bit of like a more value, so for that guys, what we can do, we can try to actually, and one more thing guys, that instead of taking 10 bars over here, we can also take maybe a less number of bars, so that more charts can easily be can easily be created like over here. Okay, so again, it simply change, just try to sort it with respect to the profit. Okay, now this is fine. Now you can try to resize it very easily. Okay, and now you can see that now you have like a lot of space. And now guys, along with this, what I can do, I can try to add like a simple table chart. And with that simple table chart guys, why actually I'm trying to add it, okay, so that is actually the first thing which we have to understand. So we can first try to add like a table chart over here, maybe with the heat map, or like even with a simple like a table, or with a simple maybe a bar. Okay, so along with the bar also guys, we can try to add the number. So let's take this bar over here, and let's try to add this charge over here itself. Okay, now guys, you can see that automatically we are getting like subcategory, and we are getting the subcategory and the profit over here. Okay, and you can actually observe guys that in some cases, okay, in some cases you can see this particular value is on the left hand side. It means this particular product is actually not giving me the profit, it is actually giving me the loss. Okay, because the value is minus 17,725. Now let's do one thing. Okay, so first let's try to like fix the color and all. Okay, so what we can do, this like a bar color, or it is actually like a brown. So first we can try to change it. Okay, so we can try to change it to like a blue again, and then we can try to first try to arrange it in a proper order. Okay, so now we can see the category which giving me the maximum profit, that is on the top. Okay, now guys, I also want to show the numbers, so I can try to show the numbers over here. I want like this number in a compact number size. Okay, now all these things are fine guys, we have added like this information over here. Now as I told you that if I want to make it more like informative, so what we can do, we can try to add like a condition over here. Okay, now guys, let's say if I want to know, if I want to get only the most profitable like a product, if I want to display over here only the most profitable product just below this particular product item, if I want to display only the most profitable product, okay, or only the most profitable subcategory. Okay, if I want to show, if I want to display if I want to see like let's say if I fix any target guys. Okay, so because if I'm running any e-commerce website, so maybe I can try to fix like some target. Okay, so my target profit is this. Okay, and If the profit is less than that, so definitely I'm not happy. Okay, whatever it is, so I can try to take some maintain some target value. Okay, now guys, what we can do, if I want to see like whether like which product or which category, from which category we are getting that kind of a profit, or from which category we are not getting that kind of a profit, in order to understand that, what we can do, we can try to do the conditional formatting over here. Okay, so what I can try to do, first let me do one more thing, sort by profit. Okay, and then what I can do, I can try to do the conditional formatting and take a single color and then add a field. Okay, now what field I want to add? I want to add this profit field, and then select a condition. Now, if my profit is less than, let's say, uh, maybe 50,000, okay, or maybe 30,000. Okay, so if my profit is less than 30,000, then my profit should be displayed with a red color. Save it. Now guys, you can see that the product where the profit is less than 30,000. Okay, you can also take this value as 40,000, 50,000, anything. But you can see guys that a particular value where the profit is less than 30,000, you can see that that particular text is actually we are able to display that text with a red color. Okay, one more thing guys, we can try to actually edit this rule. Okay, so anytime if you want to edit this rule, you can edit it. Okay, so let's say instead of 30,000, I can make it as 35,000. And this is the font like a color. Okay, so I can try to, let's take this as like a red color. Okay, and we have this profit like a value. And if you, and I want to change the entire background color guys, not only the font color, because maybe the font color is not visible. So I can now try to save it, and that's fine. Now let's see guys. Okay, so wherever guys the profit is less than 30,000. Okay, so one more like this thing I can do, so that because it doesn't looks like a good. So what I can do, I can try to take this color as white only. I can simply try to change the color for this. Okay, and take a lighter red. Now this is fine guys. Now you can see wherever the profit is less than 35,000. Okay, so from what product the profit is less than 35,000, you can actually see those products over here. Okay, so if I want to display, if I want to know the only those products which from where the profit is more than 35,000. So yes, I can see that there are just 3 products by which the profit is more than 35,000. Okay, and those products are nothing but copiers, phones, and accessories. Okay, so these are the only 3 products from where we are getting the profit of more than 35,000. Okay, so yeah guys, this is how you can actually try to display all these things over here. And you can see that just below this particular chart. And now guys, if you want to display it with respect to the order, means number of orders, or if you want to display it with respect to the number of cells, so you can try to display it in that way. Okay, there will be no issue. Okay, but you can see that along with this like a bar chart, you actually created like a simple table chart, and you actually display you actually added a little bit more value into your table chart. Okay, so that is what guys you can actually create, that is what you can actually develop. And you can anytime you can create more value in your report, you can create more value in your chart. Okay, so a simple chart, you can try to add more value into that chart. Okay, and that's what we have done over here. So I hope guys this simple like a thing is clear to everyone. So how we can how we can add any like a condition in our chart. So yes, we can easily add it. Okay, now guys, let's go ahead, let's try to create a few more things. Okay, so now guys, I think till now I didn't create this chart, which is called as a donut chart. Okay, because I think I have created a pie chart, but donut chart is actually the same, but with a small difference. So let's see that how we can create like a donut chart over here. Okay, so we can take this donut chart, and I can try to create it over here. Let's try to arrange the size so that there will be no problem. Now you can see that by default into my dimension, they have taken actually the subcategory. Okay, they have taken the subcategory into the dimension. But I already we already do the analysis guides with respect to the subcategory. So now this time I can try to take something else. Let's take the reason over here instead of subcategory. So we can try to take the reason. And now guys, this is how my donut chart looks like. And actually on the y-axis means like over here we have taken the profit. Okay, so actually guys, this donut chart is actually tells me that again the percentage distribution. So you can see that just by looking at this donut chart, just by looking at the amount of area this particular chart covers, so you can observe that the maximum profit is actually coming from the west region, followed by east region, then south region, and the minimum profit is actually coming from the central region. Now you can do like multiple styling over here. So let's say the dimension values are given over here, slice order is given. So if you want to do if you want to change the slice the color, so if you want to take a single color over here, so you can take that. And if you're taking a single color, let's say if you don't want like this color, if you want any other color, let's say if you want like a blue color, so yes, you can take like a blue color. Okay, so it's up to you, like whether you want to go ahead with a single color, or if you want to go ahead with maybe a multiple colors. Along with that guys, you can see right now the label is actually given in this way. So if you want to change this, if you want to show the label in this way, or maybe on the top, so you can try to arrange like in your like at the way you want. Okay, along with that guys, if you want to increase or decrease this like a donut size, so yes, you can do that as well. Okay, so you can anytime you could try to increase or decrease this like a donut size. Okay, apart from that guys, if you want to maybe change this legend like a color, because right now it's a black color. And if you want to increase the font size, so by default the font size is very small right now. So if you want to increase the font size, so yes, you can increase it. Okay, and even you can change the font style. So if you think that this is not visible, and you want to take some other color so that it will be visible, so yes, you can take that. Okay, so any thing guys, any modification is possible over here. And but one thing we can observe that we are getting this we are getting this a donut chart, and it actually gives me the percentage distribution according to the regions. Now again guys, again the same thing. If I want to we need to give the title to this particular like a chart. Okay, so whatever the chart we have created over here, we want to give the title, so you can give like a title on the top. Okay, similar to that guys, if you want to create one more chart along with the like a same donut if you want to create a same donut chart where you want to display maybe something else. Okay, so where you want to display maybe some other information, so you can create it. Okay, but for a time being guys, I think one donut chart is fine. Okay, so I don't want other donut chart over here. So what I will do, I will simply add like a text box over here, so that I can give some like a title to this donut chart. Okay, simply try to resize it, and I want to give some title, so that title I can give with some pixel size. Let's take this color, the same color, and then this one, bold. Okay, and now I can give it as profit distribution by region. Okay, so you can try to simply reduce the size a bit. Now it is good. So now guys, this is fine. You can bring it in the middle and fine. Okay, now this is one more information guys we have added into our report. Now guys, let's try to add more information. And now guys, this time I will add one more information, but I will, and along with that I will give you like the intro of one new chart. Okay, so till now guys, we have added I think we have go through like all the different charts, like all the different charts which are possible. scatter chart we have created. Now one chart is left, guys, that is the area chart. Okay, so and yesterday's I think, guys, I also discussed about the like a line chart, and we also discuss about let's say the like a time series chart. Okay, so line chart and the time series chart is almost similar. Okay, there is not like much difference between them. Okay, so that is completely fine. But yeah, now if I want to add, let's say, the area chart, so you can see there are different area chart is present over here. And the best area chart which we can utilize over here is nothing but this one, which is 100% stacked area chart. Now let's see that how we can actually utilize it. Okay, so right now, guys, you can see like whenever we want to use this area chart. Okay, so whenever we want to use this area chart, or like any kind of a time series chart, so you'll get guys, you'll get actually like order date or order date into the y-axis. Okay, now guys, if order date is given in this way, so definitely we are not getting any information over here. So what we can do, we definitely want to order date, but not in this particular like a way, not in this particular like a format. So what I can do, I can try to actually change this order date. I can try to change the format, and you can go into the date type, and you can take this like a date time as a month. Okay, so you can try to analyze this data with respect to the month. Now, guys, this is much fine. And one more thing, guys, you can see that now in the breakdown dimension, if you observe, guys, in the breakdown dimension, I have taken the reason. You can take maybe anything else. Okay, so because you have already done the analysis through like a reason. So if you want to take any other information, let's say if I want to take the segment over here. Okay, so yes, you can take the segment over here. And now, guys, in the second dimension, you can take the segment, and now you can see that what kind of a profit you are getting in each month, like with respect to like each segment. Okay, now let's say that, and it is actually, guys, 100% of your area chart. So now you can see that in the month of like a February, like the kind of a profit we are getting from the consumer. Okay, now, guys, consumer is actually with this like a brown color. So the maximum profit, guys, maximum profit we are getting from this consumer segment. Okay, so 64.77%. So this is nothing but, guys, a percent of total. Okay, so this particular value, guys, which you are getting over here, this is nothing but a percent of total. Okay, so of total profit, out of 100% of total profit, 64% profit, or 64.77% profit is actually coming from the consumer segment. Then 24.7% profit is coming from the corporate segment, and 10.5% profit is coming from the home offices segment. Similarly, guys, if you go like in the month of April, so you can see, guys, that in the month of April, the maximum profit is actually coming from the corporate segment. Okay. Similarly, if you go in the month of like a September, so in the month of September, again, the maximum profit is actually coming from the consumer segment. Okay, so this is how, guys, you can actually analyze your chart, and you can see, guys, that yeah, it is again giving me a very good information, very good insight about my data set. Okay, so again, guys, you can try to arrange it like over here itself, so that there will be more chart like we want to display. So there should be like more space we want to like have. So yeah, fine. So I can try to arrange this like a chart. I can try to reduce like a width a little bit, and after reducing the width like a little bit, I can definitely take this chart onto the top. Okay, so we can try to take this chart like over here. Let's try to adjust like a width bit more. And now, guys, this is completely fine. And again, if you want to change the styling or anything, so yes, you can do that. So just fix the width, and now you can change the styling if you want. Okay, now, guys, the styling for this also gets changed. So let me first change the styling over here. let me take like a dark blue color, which I have taken earlier. And for this also, if I want to change the styling, so you can see like somewhere you definitely get like a color order. So like maybe yeah, different color we are getting. So you can try to take like let's say a blue color, okay, and fine. So okay, dimension value color we don't want. Yeah, this one. So this one is actually in a blue color. Make it as home offices is fine. Okay, so now this is one is good. Okay, so yeah, guys, you can see that this is how we can arrange it. Okay, now again, you can give like a title to this particular chart, and guys, you can see like now we are heading towards like for making like a well defined like a report. Okay, because till now we are not like actually focused like in this way we didn't focus on any like a report till now. Okay, so now we are actually trying to build it. Let's try to increase the size and then change this color to maybe dark red, and then take this one as vagina, make it bold, middle, and now I can write like a profit sharing, profit by segment and month. Okay, guys, and just bring it below. Okay. Now, guys, you can see now we have created like three different charts over here, and all the charts, guys, are actually different. Okay, so first we have created like a bar chart, then we have created like a donut chart, and then we have created like a area chart. Okay, now guys, along with this, if you want to create any other chart or any other like information, if I want to add, so definitely we can add even more information right now, because you can see like still a lot of like things are actually left. Okay, so there are a lot of things which we can try to include into our chart, and we can include in our like a report, and we can actually make it more valuable. Okay, now what else we can try to include, what are other charts we can try to include. So guys, a very like still like one very important like a chart or one very important information is still left. That is, if I want to analyze this entire data, or if I want to analyze let's say simply the profit with respect to like a state, or with respect to like a country, or with respect to the city, because still we didn't like added like a map chart or any other chart to analyze the like a state, or to analyze like a country wise like a things over here. Okay, so what we can do, we can actually try to add we can actually try to, you can see and there are so many matrices also, guys, which is left if you want to use it. Now what we can do, we can try to add like a map chart over here, and we can take this geo chart. You can also take like a bubble map, but fine if I take a geo chart. So you can take this geo chart over here, and this geo chart will definitely take this much of like a space. Now guys, right now we are taking a profit over here, and we are taking like a dimension into my dimension. We are taking this like this country like over here. And actually, guys, the dimension the profit is actually the profit is only coming from let's say one state. Okay, so the profit is only coming from, let's say, the United States. Okay, but definitely we can try to change it. Okay, so definitely we can try to change it. Okay, so what we can do, instead of like a country, what I can do, I can try to take, and there is no such drill down dimension, so I can try to take maybe let's say the state over here instead of a country. And fine guys, now you can see that still this profit value is there, but we're not getting any information. So we can go into the styling and you can try to change this. Okay, so you can try to take this color as dark blue. Okay, means wherever there's a like a more profit, it should be a dark blue. Mid color we can try to take a bit of white blue. Wherever there's a like a less profit, I can try to show with the light blue. Okay, and or wherever there's a data less, so I can try to display this with a, let's say, this color, green color. Now you can see guys, all these area is actually kind of a non-profitable only. So instead of like a profit guys, because we have actually taken a state and maybe there are less state over here. So let's take the country again, and maybe I can try to analyze country and the city. Now you can see guys that this area like is actually the more profitable, means more profit is actually coming from this area. Okay, from these two places we are getting more profit. One more thing guys, means we are getting more profit from the United States. Instead of like a profit over here, I can try to take some other metric and let's see what happens, because uh, again it is actually the things which we can try to change. So we can try to take the order ID and we can try to take the count, and we can try to observe that from which country the maximum orders we are getting. So this map, guys, let's just do one thing. Let's try to take some other map, because we are not getting like a good information from here. So let's take this bubble map, because a bubble map can give me a better result, a better like insight. So you always need to find out, guys, a kind of like a chart which can give you like a better insight. Okay, because sometimes it's definitely possible that you are not able to get a better insight with some with one chart. So you can try to add, let's say, another chart. Okay, let's change it to the satellite, guys. Okay, so this is what we can do over here. Now the location is country, so that is fine. Now guys, we can try to add multiple things over here. So in the size, I can try to take the profit, means the country which is more profitable, that I'm going to decide on the basis of, let's say, the size or maybe the color. So I've added the color dimension over here. Profit as well. Okay, so this map is not possible over here. Let's see if there is anything else. Field map is there, heat map is there. Let's say if I take the field map, then what will happen? Yeah, now we can see, guys, the most profitable area actually we are getting over here. Let's change the style. If I have some other style, okay, we got this style, and then change this like a color. So right now this color is maybe this. So let's change this color to a dark blue. Okay, so dark blue is actually mixed up with that. So let's do one thing. Let's take the signal map, and now it's a dark blue color, which showing. Okay, so guys, I think this in this case, I think there's just like one area. Let me take with some small color also. Max color with the dark blue, wheat color with let's say a light blue, and mean color with maybe very light blue. Okay, so still, guys, I think we have a data only for one country. We don't know why we're getting then it's error. Okay, so let me take another value over here. If I can take something else, city. Let's see if this can add more value. Now, but we have to move like from here to there again. Okay, so again, it gave me like a kind of a problem. Okay, first fix this size so that we should not get any issue. Okay, so let's take this geo chart only, guys. Okay, because I think this geo chart is the best one. Whatever I want to take, I can take inside this geo chart only. Now, instead of like a country, let's take a city over here. Let's see what happened then. If I take a city, yeah, guys, now this is much better. Okay, so let's change the style over here. Max color, I can try to take with the dark blue color. Then bit a small light blue and mean with a very light blue. Now this is fine, guys. This is much better. Now you can observe, guys, that wherever like the city from where we are getting more profit. Okay, so the city from where we are getting more profit, uh, that city is actually like with a dark blue color, and you can see the get the profit value. So the profit value is actually 62,000. Okay, so the maximum profit which we are getting from any city is 62,000. And even, guys, we are getting a loss. Okay, so minus 13,000 something. This is actually the loss value. Okay, so this how, guys, you can try to do this arrangement. Okay, so you can actually try to do this particular arrangement so that you can actually see like from which particular from which particular city you're getting more profit and from which particular city you're getting like a loss. Okay, and if you want to change this color like a lot, let's say the max color value, if I want to represent with blue, that is fine. And if I want to represent like a mean with the red color. Okay, so you can see, guys, that you have some okay, you can try to represent with a light red color. Now, guys, you can see that somewhere you can see this like a dark blue like a color. Okay, somewhere in the middle you can see the dark blue color. And what we can do, we can try to represent this with the green color. Okay, that will be much better. Now, you can see that somewhere a dark blue color and there's a mid color. So you can try to you can try to display this mid one with a blue color. Okay, now this is fine. Okay, so we have taken three different colors over here. So wherever the profit is more, it is actually we can actually display it with the green color. You can see this area. We have one green color. Okay, it means New York City. Okay, so the maximum profit is actually coming from the New York City. And then you can see these are all the like places from where the profit is low. Then there are some places where the profit is actually in some medium range. Okay, like 10,000. Okay, now, guys, still in the map it is definitely not easy to understand the entire the entire mathematics. It is not easy to understand with the map. So what we can do, we can try to, along with this like a map, just like a side of this map, we can try to create like a simple table chart as well. Okay, just like this one, I can try to create a simple table chart over here. And in this simple table chart, we can try to take like a city, and we can try to take like a profit accordingly. Okay, now you can see, guys, that all the city we are having over here with their profit value. Okay, so you can see that maximum profit is actually coming from the New York City, Los Angeles, and so on and so forth. This again doesn't look like a cool, so you can try to add like a bar with this. Okay, because this is a simple like a chart, so you can try to add like a bar with this. So let's see whether the bar option is there or not. So I think the bar option is not there. Okay, let me check if it is present. So let me change this table chart and let me take a table with a bar. Yeah, because with table with bar, I can try to add the numbers, but I think with this simple number chart, we cannot add like a number. Okay, so now let me try to resize it. Now, once we resize it, guys, you can see that proper bar over here. And if I want to add like a number also with this, so we can add this. Okay, so let's take some, let's add the number. compact number, and now this is fine. And take now if you want, you can change the color, and if you don't want, you can stay with the same color, guys. Now I can see, guys, that from this city there's a we are getting more profit, and from this city we are getting less profit. Okay, so fine, guys, this is how you can try to adjust your thing, so that you can add more value, and at the same time you can try to get beautiful insight as well. Okay, so now let's do a bit of adjustment, so that all the things should looks good. Okay. So you can try, because we still have a lot of space over here, so you can try to do this adjustment now, guys. Okay, so I can do all this adjustment, and I will show you guys. Definitely I'm not going to leave any area or any section. So I will add the information. Okay, so first let me add that text box where I can write about this particular a chart, like what value we have given inside this particular chart. Let me add it. Okay, so we can write that profit by city, and we can bold, bring it in the middle, Watana, take it as okay, and guys, and we can try to bring it bring this as well. Okay, so yeah, guys, this all these adjustments we have to do, so that the things look much better. And one more thing, guys, we you can try to achieve. Okay, so although we have done all a lot of things, now is what more what kind of information is still left? Okay, so let's say if I ask you what kind of a stock information is still left, so you definitely, guys, tell me that the information is just, and guys, I think we can understand this without this also, so I can try to ignore it. Okay, so that the things can be adjusted in a much better way. And just go inside this and change this color to down. Okay, now, guys, what else we can try to add into our data set? Okay, so into our report. So guys, that we didn't add a KPI. Okay, so which we try to add every time. That KPI we didn't add it over here. Okay, now, guys, at the top you can try to add the KPI. Okay, so the things will look much better. Okay, so the things will look more realistic. Okay, so now you can try to add multiple KPIs over here. And one more thing, guys, you can do just to make your model, make your report more interactive and more attractive at the client end. Okay, so it should look more attractive towards the client end. So for that, guys, to make it a more attractive at the client end, what we can do, we can try to actually we can try to add actually like along with the KPI, we can also try to remove this background color. Okay, so you can see right now there's a white background color we have. So if you don't want this background color, guys, so I think we actually got that options to like remove the background color from every chart. Okay, so if I don't want let's say a background color, so maybe what we can do then, I can try to go like over here, and you can see that, guys, a chart background is there, and right now it's a white. I can try to make it a transparent one. Okay, and then we can, let's say, wait, and maybe it will become a transparent. Let's see. One second, guys, it doesn't changes. Let's see. uh this is about the background and border. Okay, so no, we don't have a grade. So we should get some like a option over here to yeah, this is like a chart background. So it is like I think I already click on the transparent one. So it is actually maybe a theme we have selected. Okay, so primary color. Let's do one thing. Okay, so the background of chart is actually this guy. So this becomes non-visible, but other things are visible still. Okay, so fine. Let's make it a transparent one, and let's see if we can do something else. Access color, grid color. Okay, so we make this grid color as a transparent one. Border color. Okay, that background is like still there. Okay, so that background should be there, maybe there. Let's check with this one. Okay, yeah, now we got we remove it. Okay, so now, guys, this will actually make your things more interactive. Okay, so from every chart we can do that. Okay, so in every chart we can do the same. So again, you can simply check, and you can see like somewhere we have this background border. You can try to make it a transparent one. Okay, now, guys, you can see that it becomes a transparent. Okay, so similarly, like with this, you can do the same thing. So wherever you are getting this yellow color, you can simply make it a transparent one. So you can see, guys, that there is no such background color we have. Okay, so you can see now these things like looks much better, guys. Okay, so this is more interactive and more like valuable. Okay, the same thing you can do like over here. Okay, so again, like the same thing you can do with this chart, then with this chart and all the remaining chart, guys. You can actually add the same kind of a like a formatting. Okay, so I think here we have maybe a table color. Yeah, this one, and this is like yellow. Just change it. Now you can see it's done. Same the same thing we can do with this. It will be done, and it will be a transparent. Same thing we can do with this chart. Okay, so yeah, from there. Fine. Now, guys, you can see that we have all my information into like my report. Okay. Now, guys, you know that still like something is very important and like very promising, which we have which we actually maybe forget to add into my like a report, and that is nothing but a KPIs. Okay. So yeah, still we have enough of space now, guys, to add the KPIs. Okay. So now, if you want to add the KPIs, what we can do? Okay. So you can just first arrange it so that this should be also into the same size. Okay. Because size cannot be differ. So now things can be into the same size. Let's try to. Now this is fine now, guys. Now over here, we can actually add the cards. And there are two things which we can try to add into my report so that my report will be complete. Okay. So we can try to add the card over here, below this text box. We can try to add the cards, maybe 3 or 4 cards we can try to add. And along with the card, guys, at the top, we can try to add multiple filters. Okay. And then my report will be completed. And then I can try to share this report to anyone, to the client, or to the Let's Upgrade team, or to with you. So anyone, I can try to share this chat. Okay. Now what we can do, we can try to add a chart over here. Let's take a chart from let's take a card from from this add a chart button. Okay. So you can see we can actually add this scorecard. Okay. So yeah, it automatically comes with a compact number, but somewhere I don't need a compact number, so that's the reason we are not taking it. Now this is my card, guys. Now we need multiple cards like this. Okay, so what I will do, I will first do a bit formatting with this card, a bit of styling with this card. Okay, so let's do a bit of styling with this card. So I can try to bring it into the round shape. I can try to ignore the background for it. Now I can try to copy this same like a card for, let's say, multiple times. This is my card. Let me copy it one more time. Okay, so copy one more card. And copy one more. So 5 cards are there, guys. Let's do one more and then it will be completed. So 6 cards, guys, I have taken. It means I'm going to add a 6 KPIs into my a report. Okay, so let's start with the very first one. So the very first KPI, guys, which I am going to add, it is nothing but the total sales which I have done in the total sales which we have done in this entire year. So I can try to take this sales value, and I can try to take this sales value into the metric. Now when we take this sales value, definitely instead of profit we'll get a sales. Okay. So we'll take this sales value. 1 second. Yeah, now we got a sales value into my metric. Okay, it will change. And definitely the number is not into the compact form, so make it in a compact form. Okay. Click on this compact numbers. Okay, now guys, since now we have added a lot of information, so definitely it will take it is start taking a time with small things, but we don't need to worry about it, guys. It definitely can take. The metric name should be in the middle, the metric value should be in the middle. Okay, and then we already make it as a transparent one. Okay, so you don't need to worry for it. And then you can add the a font color. So the font color which we can take for this, it may be this may be a blue color. Okay, a dark blue color. We can take some other font style. So this doesn't looks good. You can take the font style as maybe something which can show the number, and it will automatically come in a bold. Now this one is good, yeah. So, and we can change this size as well. Yeah. Now this one is good. Let's make it 30 pixel. Now this is fine, guys. Okay, so everything is good and better now. Border style, it's a solid one. Okay, and we don't want to add any shadow, right? And everything is good. Okay, so on over font color. Okay, now this is fine, guys. We can see the labels over here with the with the blue color, and everything is there. No formatting I want to add. Now, guys, this is the first KPI I have added. Now, similarly, similar to this, I want to add the second KPI. So just bring this second KPI like completely side by this cells. Okay, so now this should be again some value, so I can try to bring it in the middle. And this time, guys, I don't want to take a profit. I want to take the quantity over here. Okay, so I want to see that what the total sales which we have made, like 2.3 million, by selling how many products. Okay, so for that we can take a quantity over here. So let's bring the quantity like a column in the matrix. Okay, so now, guys, you can see that since we have added a lot of information into our report, so definitely it will take a time and start taking a time. And along with that, guys, you know that this StreamYard is also running. Okay, so definitely it can take a time. Okay, so let me, but we have to do it like a bit faster. So try it. Okay, still you're not able to access it. Okay, so yeah, now we got the values over here. Now let's add it. Okay. Now I think we successfully have added the quantity. Now, guys, whatever the formatting we have done over here, the same formatting, exactly the same formatting I want to do with the quantity. Okay. So we can again try to change the color, font style, and everything. Okay. So again, if you want a compact like a number, so yes, you can take it like 37.8 thousand is the total quantity you'll get. Okay, after this you only need to change make a changes over here. So you can take this font color maybe like a blue, just like you have taken for that. Then you can take this in the middle, values and everything in the middle, and you can take the pixel value as maybe 20, and you can change the font style maybe this one. Okay, so this one, Comic Sans MS. Now this is fine, guys. Okay, so we have done it for the quantity as well. Okay, and yeah, again, guys, this is completely fine. There will be no issue with this, and you can see, you can do the adjustment. You can see that whether they are exactly like in the same like a line or not. Okay, so you can actually do this like a kind of adjustment by definitely by yourself. Okay, so now over here I want to like add the profit, so I can try to add the profit over here. So maybe I can take like a profit. So profit is still profit is already there, so I can now try to change the style. So I can try to change the style. I can try to add the compact number. The labels I can try to add. I can try to take the font color as like again dark blue. Bring it in the middle. Metric value as well. Then the pixel size I can take maybe 30 pixel. Okay. And then this font family I can take as Comic Sans MS. Now guys, all these things are good. Now you can see that I think like in my opinion, these three KPIs are in the same like a line. If you're thinking that there are some disturbance, so you can try to fix it. Okay, so but yeah, now if I am going to fix it to I will make more mistakes. Okay, so that's why I'm not going to I'm not going to touch it. Okay, now after this, guys, you can see like there are three more KPIs which I want to add, but you can see that like for one single KPI, it is taking a lot of time. So I can try to leave it. Okay, and if you want, guys, the KPIs which you can try to add is nothing but you can try to add like the total number of orders. You can try to add maybe a total number of city, and you can also try to add maybe the total number of like a product. Okay, because you already know these total number of subcategory over here, so that is 17. You already know the total number of regions over here. You already know the total number of segments, so you can try to see like how many products you are actually trying to sell. Okay, and how much orders you have received from like in the last 4 or 5 years. Okay, so you can actually take the total number of orders. You can take the total total number of cities. You can take like the total number of customers. Okay, and you can take the total number of products. So four more KPIs you can try to add over here. uh, so it will definitely add more value into your like a report. Okay, so maybe I can try to add like over here total number of orders. Okay, so just go into the setup first and take a different value over here. So instead of profit, I want like the total number of orders this time. So I can go ahead and I can take the order ID, and I want to take a count of it. Okay, so the total count we want. We don't want a distinct count because one person can make a multiple order, means one customer can make a multiple order. Okay, and we don't have any problem with that. Now we can change the styling. Before changing the styling, guys, because this name over here is order ID, which is definitely not correct. So I can write as number of orders. Okay. Now this is done. I can try to press enter and it will be done. Okay, so yeah, guys, these things now takes a time, but yeah, this is how this arrangements will be done. Okay, so the total number of orders you can try to add the total number of orders. You can see now the name is changed like over here. Again, you can go into the styling and you can try to add like multiple styles over here, like the compact number. You can try to add then you can try to change all these things. Okay, so like the font color. Okay, so the font color is again like a blue. You can take the font size 30 pixel. Okay, and since guys, I don't want any value after the decimal place actually over here, so let's take a 0. Okay, and bring it in the middle. And one more thing, guys, there's a font family, Comic Sans MS. Now this is done. I guess we have taken the total number of orders. So the total number of orders like which we have received in maybe 4 or 5 year of like experience. So that is 10,000. Now, guys, along with this, now this is fine. We can try to move like little bit on the left. Okay, and this is fine. Now similarly, guys, I told you that you can try to bring more KPIs. Okay, so you can try to bring maybe 3 more KPIs over here. The total number of customers we have, then a total number of along with the total number of customers, we can also try to check the total number of cities. Okay, and we can also try to check the total number of products we have on our website. Okay, so these are 3 more KPIs you can try to add over here. Okay, so I can simply try to bring these boxes over here, guys. so that you know that there can be like 3 more KPIs which can be added. And at a good space, guys. Okay, so try to add these KPIs on a proper space, so that there should be no mixed up, and everything will be at their place itself. Now you can see that every value is okay. This every value is actually on the same line. Okay, but definitely there is maybe a little bit of like a little bit of maybe up down, but apart from that I can see that every value is at this at their at a proper place. Okay, so yeah, definitely you can do like a bit of adjustment, but the things are now like good. Okay, now we can try to add instead of number of orders, I can try to add like a number of customers over here, like how many customers we have. Okay, so let's take that as well, like the total number of customers with the customer ID. Okay, so with the customer ID, we can get like the total number of customers. So simply change this value over here. Okay, so it's just taking a time. Now we got the number of customer as 793. Okay, so fine. It again, guys, the same like a styling you can do, like a blue color and fonts, like a style, font size, and everything. You can actually do in a similar way. Now, guys, I'm leaving just last two like a KPIs for you guys, because you can see that this is taking like a bit of time. So definitely we don't want to like waste the time with this with these things. Okay, so what we can do, just do this particular styling, just do this particular adjustment. Okay, like with the profit and all. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, so now guys, everything is come in a same like a place. Just to make the styling for this. And the last two like a KPIs, guys, you can try to add by yourself. Okay, so I will add only this. 793 is fine number, guys, so we don't need to compact number. Bring it in the middle. That's the thing we can do actually. And even the metric value. And then we can try to change this like a font like a color. Okay, so fine. We'll just wait for like 1 minute. Yeah, blue color. And give some time, guys, with this 30 pixel. And then comic sense. Now this is completely fine, guys. Now, as I told you that now my report is still incomplete. Okay, so with the KPIs, with the chart, your like now your report looks definitely like interactive, and it is definitely looking like a fabulous. Now, one more thing, guys, we can do so that the report can be a dynamic one. So for that, guys, you can again go into the control, and you can try to add like a multiple controls like over here. Now we know, guys, that what are all the controls we have. So you can also try to add the slider, you can also try to add the checkbox, and you can also try to add like a drop down list. So since, guys, we have already done a lot over here. Okay, so you have already done a lot. You try to analyze each and every columns, guys. Like with respect to the profit, you try to analyze each and every column. Okay, at like I think we actually observe like at least like every column. Okay, so we don't leave like any column over here. Now what we can do, we can try to add like a drill down. We can try to add a drill down with a column which we have not used so far. Okay, so till now, like the column which we have not used, or the dimension which we have not used, that column we can try to take over here. Okay, so those columns, guys, which we have not used so far, it is nothing but it is your like a product name column, and it is your like a category column. Okay, so let me try to visit. Okay, so I need to revisit over here, guys. Don't worry, we can do it. So you can see, guys, everything is as it is. Nothing gets changed, nothing get disturbed. Okay, now you can see, guys, that like the segment thing is over here, but we already observe like a segment column. So what I can do, I can try to change this segment like from here, and I can try to take the category one. Okay, now you can see, guys, that there are three categories over here: technology, office appliances, and furniture. So if I want to like display, if I want to check like my entire data, if I want to display my own entire data with respect to like one single category, so yes, we can do that. Before that, guys, just change the styling of this category also. So you can see there's a drop down button, there's a fixed size button, and you know that, guys, the check boxes right now, it is actually in a blue color. The first thing which we can try to change, it's we can make it as a blue color, and we can try to change this like a size, and you can try to change this size as maybe 24 pixels, so that it is easily visible, guys, on the top. Because I'm going to remove this background color, I'm going to make it a transparent one. Now you can see, guys, now this drill down box is actually added over here. Now this is not actually the drill down box, this is actually the filter box, you know. And if I want to filter out like one single information, so we can filter it out. One last thing, guys, I'm going to add into my report so that my report will be more interactive. Okay, since now the things are going good, so I can try to change this I can try to add those KPIs which is left. Okay, so I told you that the KPI which we can try to add is nothing but total number of city. Okay, so I can try to add the total number of city over here. So the total number of city is actually 531. Okay, so distinct count I need to take. So I can write number of cities. Okay, and then you know that what are all the stylings we have to do. So no need to compact number, change this color, change this size, change this style, bring it in the middle. That's it. And now, guys, there's a last KPI. It is actually about the what I told you. This is actually about the total number of products. Again, it is fine. Number of. So how many products we actually have? Now 18,1850. These are the total number of products, guys, we have. Okay. Again, make a compact number. Or we can actually go ahead with the actual number. 30 pixel, and then comic sense. Now that's it, guys. Now you can see that all the KPIs we have added, the filter box we have added, and that's all. Now one more thing, guys. Let's try to add the slider. Okay, over here. Now let's see that in the slider, guys. Okay, so slider means if you want to see like anything in some range, so you can take the slider over here. Okay, like this is actually according to the row ID. Okay, so how many rows you want to actually see. But if you want to take like something else over here, okay, so if you want to take any other like a value over here instead of this like a row ID, if you want to take this order date over here, so maybe you can take this, but order date is not like a feasible for this. So maybe if you want to take like something else, let's say the product name, let's see. So even we cannot take the product name. So we can take like maybe some number value over here only. So that number value is no, we don't have any number value over here. So number value is not there. So number value maybe we can take in terms of a profit only. So you can see, guys, that this is actually like a minimum to maximum profit. So guys, let's say if I want to, so till now you have actually created like a subcategory section, you have created the reason section, and now guys, if you want to see, if you want to observe only those like products, or only those subcategories, only those reasons, only those segments where the profit is maybe between some range. Okay, so if you want to know the profit between any range, so over there, you guys, you can use this particular slider. Okay, so slider will actually help you to get like a proper range over here. So you can see the slider color like over here, and the font color, so you can try to change it like this color. You can try to take any other like a value. Okay, so the size cannot change, that is fine. You can try to take this as a transparent one. Now you can see, guys, that we have added the slider as well. Okay, so let's say if I try to uh, take this slider over here. So let's say, guys, if I want to arrange all my report in terms of like where the profit is maybe more than 4,000. Okay, where the profit is maybe more than 4,000. Now guys, just leave it over here between 4,000, and now guys, you can see that entire chart gets changed. Okay, now guys, you can see there are just two subcategories where the profit is more than like a 4,000. You can see that now guys, the only reasons which is actually giving you the profit more than 40,000 4,000 4.1 thousand, that is central region, west region, in east region. And now guys, you can see that uh, uh, north region is not there. There is only two segments from where you get like a profit between 4,100 to like 8,000, that is like a consumer and corporate. And again, guys, you can actually observe that only 5 cities are there where the profit is more than like a 4,000. And you can actually observe, guys, that in the map, you can see this like a dots. Okay, so the green dot and the blue dot. Okay, so it means these are only the cities where the profit is more. Okay, in other cities the profit is actually low. Okay, now we can try to bring it in the same okay, so can try to actually bring it in the same like a control. Okay, now this is fine. Okay, so guys, this is how the slider actually works. Okay, so slider is again like a one kind of a control which you can try to add into your like a report. Okay, so you can simply try to fix it over here along with the category. And if you want to add like a more control, guys, so just like a drop down fixed size list, we already know because we already checked it. There's a checkbox. Okay, so if we want to add, let's say, a few checkboxes, so yes, you can add it. Okay, so before that, let me okay, so this is fine. Okay, how I will get it. Okay, so this arrangement, guys, definitely takes a time because you have to be very careful for this arrangement. And guys, if you remember, on the very first day we have actually attached the date range. So even if you want, you can actually try to arrange the date range. So this cannot be created over here, but we have this date range control. Okay, so again, guys, if you want to see the entire data, not in the span of 4 year, because we have a data for the entire 4 year. If I want to see that what kind of a progress or what kind of a profit we actually receive in the last year. Okay, if I want to check like what kind of a profit, what kind of like a profit we receive from from different segments, and what kind of profit we receive from from different like subcategories. Okay, so if I want to observe those things, so for that we can try to actually add a date range as well. Okay, so yeah, slider is one thing which you can try to add, and you can make it like a more interactive. But along with the slider, or maybe apart from a slider, you can also try to add like a date range. Okay, so yeah, I will add the date range, and with this we can try to finish it up. Okay, now this is fine. This let's take any date range over here. So I will not right now add a date range. Okay, so you can see auto date range is there. So you can see like you can take any like a date range. Before that, let's do the styling so that there will be no background. There should be no blue color. And now guys, if you want, you can add the date range. Okay, so now that's it guys from our report. Now your report is completely ready. And now if you want to share this report to anyone, so yes, we can share this. You can actually share this with like anyone. Okay, so now guys, there are multiple things into this report. Like you can directly share this report from here. Okay, so now let's come on to the sharing part. Let's come on to the connection. So now if you want to bring anyone into the collaboration, okay, so let's say if I want to share like only with few people, so maybe with my sister, so I can try to like write her mail ID, which is Shivani Singh. Similarly guys, if I want to share with maybe let's upgrade. Okay, so you can see that I can try to I can try to share with like a let's upgrade. Okay, so if I want to share with any like any particular like a person, maybe only a group of person or just one or two people, so yes, I can share with them. And guys, I can actually give them access. Okay, so I can give them access whether they can edit it. Okay, so yesterday someone of you actually asking this question. So if I want to add someone as a collaborator, now when I say the collaborator means, it means guys that that particular person can edit this particular report. Okay, so if I want that anyone can edit this particular report, if I'm happy with that, that anyone can like edit my report, if I don't have any issue with that, so I can actually click on this editor. Okay, so if I click on the editor, so like now the Let's Upgrade team, okay, so anyone from the Let's Upgrade team can actually edit my like a report. Okay, means he can add any chart, or he or she can add any chart, he or she can make any changes, he or she can like remove any chart. So any kind of a changes you can do like into my chart, if I take it as an editor. Okay, and you can try to share with the share it like to a people, so and they can only view it. Okay, they cannot make any kind of a edit. Now this is one thing guys. Along with that, like let's say if I want to share like a group of people, so let's say if I want to share with you, so what I can do, I can simply try to copy this link, and again I can make a change over here. So let's say if I want to share this with you guys, means all of you, so I can try to make it you a viewer only, because I don't want you to edit this particular report. Or if I want that, okay, if you want, even you can try to edit it, so I can click on this editor. Okay, so anyone can like view it, and anyone can edit it. Okay, so I can copy this link, and I can try to share with you like in a public, and you can try to like you can try to see like how this report looks like. Okay, apart from this guys, if I want to and the very first thing that I can try to change this I can try to change this particular like a name of this particular report. Okay, so I can try to name it as Looker Studio Bootcamp Dashboard. Now let's see guys, if I can name it, and now I can also try to like download it, and I can try to download it. I can try to make a copy of it, and I can download it as a PDF. Okay, so anyone guys can easily download it as a PDF. Now if you want to ignore the custom background color, or if you want to add anything, if you want to add like a password to it, so you can add a password. Okay, so guys, a multiple production option like is always with you. Okay, so if you want to like add like a protection with your report that no one can access it, so if you want to add a password with it, so you can add a password. Okay, if you want to add a link back to the report, so you can add the link. Okay, now I can download it. Now guys, it will prepare like a PDF, and now you can see that it is preparing a PDF, and once it prepare a PDF, I can download it in a PDF file. Okay, now I will show you the PDF file guys. Okay, so when it's once it's get downloaded, I can show you the PDF file. Now guys, this is a PDF file, and now you can see that how beautiful it looks like. Okay, So this is how these are the multiple ways, guys, to access like any your local studio report. Okay, one simple change I want to do like over here, because anytime I don't want my like a report to look filthy. Okay, so yeah, guys, anytime you can actually download like a report. You can actually share this report to any particular person. Okay, and you can download it in a PDF file, or you can actually share it in this in this like a same page as well. Okay, now, and you can see, guys, that this entire report is completely a dynamic one. Okay, because if I want to check my entire data with respect to any particular category, so yes, I can choose like any category, and you can actually see, guys, that along with the category name, that the number of values are given. Okay, so how many like a technology categories there, how many products are there with the technology category, how many products are there with the office supplies category, and how many products are there with the furniture category. Okay, so you can actually see this all these names. Similarly, guys, in this date range, you can try to select any like a range. Okay, so this particular value, if I want to add the style. Okay, so I made a very small mistake over here. This should also be in some, yeah, select date range. And I think we don't have any we have this, so I can try to change it to, yeah, now this is fine. Okay, now this looks much better, guys, than the previous one, because this is just a small like a change. Now, guys, again, so if I now it's if this is completely a dynamic one, because if I share it with anyone, and if that client want to see this particular if they want to analyze this particular sales data for the last year. Okay, just for the last year, or just maybe for the last month. Okay, so yes, they can actually select that particular date range, and they can actually enter the entire data, the entire profit with respect to the last month only. Okay, so you can actually do, guys, all these things. You can make it like more beautiful. You can try to uh, you can try to download it in a PDF file, and you can try to share it with anyone, and you can actually give like a kind of a access, whether they can only view your like a report, or whether they can if they want, whether they can make any change into your report. And you can try to make a copy of it, guys. You can try, let's say, guys, if you add like, because from here itself, like from this resource itself, and from this add data itself, you can try to add a data at any point of a time. So if you want to add like, let's say, like a data, or you can also try to go inside this, guys. So let me show you, like you can try to manage added data resource, and you can see, guys, that your data source is over here. So if you want to make any kind of a change into your data, if you want to edit your data, and if you want to make any change, so after making that edit, after making that change into your data, guys, what you have to do, you have to actually refresh like a data. Okay, because if you want that like a new value, like let's say, if you have added any new column, or if you have added any new if you have added any new column, or if you have added any like a new value in the new row, and if you want to get it, so you definitely have to you definitely have to go inside it, guys. You definitely have to go you have definitely have to refresh the data. Okay, so once you refresh the data, you will get that updated value. Okay, so if there is any updated value, or if there is any updated column, so you are able to access it. Okay, so fine, guys, now that's it from this Looker Studio bootcamp, and we are actually ending this particular like a bootcamp, guys, with this beautiful report. So I will share this report, guys, with the support team, and they will upload this particular report on your like a documentation section. So you can go into this like a documentation, all-in-one documentation, and you can get this particular like a report from like the documentation. Okay, and yeah, like for any query, you can ask your query in a chat box. Okay, so just access it, guys, and if you want to add it like at your end, so yeah, you can do that, edit. And I have already uploaded the data source, so you must have like a data source with you. So definitely, guys, just do it practically. Just do some like experiment. It will give you like a more like idea. It will give you more like a knowledge. Okay, so fine guys with this, and yeah guys, best of luck for your future. I hope you will definitely try it, and you are able to, you'll able to get to know like a lot of new things. Okay, so with this guys, I hope you all the best. And thanks a lot guys for to present like in this boot camp, to make it like an interactive one. Okay, so thanks a lot, guys. With this, we'll wrap up this boot camp. We can end this session, and thank you, Let's Upgrade team. Thanks to everyone to make it like interactive. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.